Welcome to my channel. Let me ask you something. Can you understand English, but when it's time to speak, your mouth just freezes? You know the words. You've learned the grammar. You've listened to hours of videos. But when someone talks to you in English, your voice disappears. Sound familiar? If that's you, stay with me. Because today, I'm going to show you the secret that changed everything for me. It's not grammar. It's not vocabulary. It's something 99% of learners never train: your mouth. And the tool that helped me go from stuck and silent to smooth and confident? One word: shadowing. Stay with me till the end, and I'll show you how shadowing can completely transform the way you speak English, step by step. Now let's break it down into 8 powerful, logically connected chapters, each designed to keep your viewers watching more and learning deeper. Chapter 1. Why English isn't just in your head, it's in your mouth. Let me tell you something that most English learners never hear. Your English is not broken. Your brain is not the problem. The real problem is simple but painful. Your mouth has never been trained. You see, for years we've all been told that to learn English, we just need to study grammar, memorize vocabulary, watch YouTube videos, listen to podcasts, and read books. And yes, that's important. That builds mental fluency. But then something strange happens. You're watching a movie in English, and you understand everything. You're listening to someone speak, and you get it. But when it's your turn to speak, you freeze. Your voice disappears. Your brain knows what to say, but your mouth refuses to move. That's the exact moment where most learners feel broken. But you're not broken. You're just untrained. This is what nobody tells you. English fluency doesn't live in your head. It lives in your mouth. And if your mouth never practices speaking, then no matter how smart you are, you'll always feel stuck, scared, and silent. Let's take a simple example. Imagine a dancer who spends all day reading about dancing. She watches performances. She knows every move in her head. But has she trained her body? So when the music plays, she can't move. Not because she doesn't understand, but because her muscles haven't been trained. You're the same. You understand English, but when you try to speak, your muscles, your lips, tongue, jaw, they don't know what to do. They haven't been trained. They haven't moved enough. And that's why I say this. Your silence is not a language problem. It's a muscle problem. This changed everything for me. Once I stopped focusing only on my brain and started training my mouth like a muscle, my English fluency started to grow faster than ever before. I stopped memorizing grammar rules. I started speaking every day, repeating, looping. I was no longer learning about English. I was physically training to speak English. And the tool that helped me do it? Shadowing. Now, maybe you've heard of shadowing before. People say, just repeat after the speaker, or copy what they say. But most of them miss the real power of shadowing. Shadowing is not a cute trick. It's not just mimicking. It's not about sounding cool. Shadowing is serious physical training. It's what actors use. It's what interpreters use. It's what language experts recommend when fluency matters. It's how you go from silent to confident, from understanding to speaking. because shadowing forces your mouth to move in real time. You hear a sentence in English. You repeat it immediately, not just with your mind, but with your mouth. You match the tone, the rhythm, the emotion, the movement. At first it feels strange. You'll mess up. You'll feel uncomfortable. But the more you shadow, the more your mouth starts learning the feeling of English. Because fluency is not about speed. It's not about perfection. Fluency is comfort. Fluency is movement. Fluency is when your mouth feels natural, free, and ready. That's why I'm not here to give you boring tips. I'm here to give you real physical practice that builds mouth fluency, the missing link in your English journey. So, if you've ever thought, I know what I want to say, but I can't say it, now you know the truth. You don't need a bigger vocabulary. You don't need more grammar books. You need to move your mouth every single day. And in the next chapter, I'll show you exactly how to do it, even if you're a complete beginner. You'll learn how to start shadowing right now, with no special tools, no native speaker, and no expensive course. Just you, your voice, and a new way to train. Chapter 2. What is shadowing, and why it works like magics? What exactly is shadowing? Here's the simplest way to explain it. You listen to a native speaker. You repeat what they say, immediately, out loud, and as exactly as possible. That's it. No pausing, no translating, no overthinking. You just shadow the speaker. Like a shadow follows a body, fast, close, and always moving. But don't let the simplicity fool you. Shadowing is powerful. It trains your mouth, your ears, your brain, all at the same time. It's not just passive listening. It's not repeating after a pause. It's real-time speaking practice. And it's one of the fastest ways to turn mental fluency into mouth fluency. Why does it work? Let's break it down. 1. Muscle memory. When you shadow, you're not just saying words, you're building muscle memory. Your lips, tongue, jaw, they start learning how English feels to speak. The same way a musician trains their fingers to move without thinking, you're training your mouth to move in English, automatically. 2. Rhythm and flow. English isn't just words, it's music. It has rhythm, stress, intonation. When you shadow, you start to copy the flow of natural English. Your sentences stop sounding robotic. Your speech starts to sound smooth, human, and natural. 3. Real time. Imitation. Shadowing forces your brain and mouth to work together in real time. There's no time to stop and think, no time to translate, and that's the point. Shadowing trains you to speak without thinking, just like native speakers do. This is the magic moment when you start to feel the language instead of thinking about it. 4. Confidence boost. When you shadow every day, your confidence grows. Why? Because suddenly you're not watching English. You're doing it. You're saying full sentences. You're using native pronunciation. You hear yourself speaking like someone fluent, and that changes your mindset completely. Real-life example. How shadowing changed. One learner's life. Let me tell you about Maria. She's from Brazil. She studied English for 10 years in school. Grammar, vocabulary, tests, all of it. But she still couldn't speak fluently. Every time someone spoke to her in English, she froze. Then one day, she discovered shadowing. No grammar books, no speaking partner, just YouTube videos, headphones, and her voice. She picked 5 minutes of a video each day. She pressed play. She repeated out loud, again and again. At first, she stumbled. It was hard. She got frustrated, but she kept going. 1 month later, she joined a Zoom call with native speakers and spoke full sentences, clear pronunciation, no script, no fear. Not because she learned more grammar, not because she memorized more words, but because her mouth had finally been trained to speak. The big shift. Here's the truth. When you shadow regularly, your brain starts rewiring itself. You stop translating. You stop hesitating. Your mouth moves automatically. It's like flipping a switch. Suddenly, English is coming out of you. This is what shadowing does. It turns the English that's stuck in your head into English that flows from your mouth. And yes, it feels like magic. But here's something even more powerful. Shadowing isn't just one thing. There are 5 levels of shadowing, from total beginner to fluent fast shadowing. And each level builds your fluency step by step. In Chapter 3, we'll start with Level 1, beginner shadowing. Even if you're shy, even if you hate your accent, even if you think you're not ready, you are ready. And I'll show you exactly how to start, in a way that feels safe, clear, and powerful. Let's begin. Chapter 3. Shadowing Level 1. Silent shadowing for shy learners. Let's be honest, speaking English out loud can be scary, especially when you're not confident yet. Maybe you feel embarrassed about your accent. Maybe you're worried someone will hear you and laugh. Or maybe your brain just freezes the moment you try to speak. That's why we start with silent shadowing, the first and most gentle level of shadowing. There's no voice required, no stress, no pressure, just you, your face, and the rhythm of English. But don't be fooled by the word silent. This is real speaking practice, and it's powerful. What is silent shadowing? Silent shadowing means this: person-computer. You play a short English video. You copy the speaker's mouth movements exactly, but without making any sound. You're mimicking their lips, tongue, jaw, and rhythm, all in real time. It's like lip syncing, but with focus and intention. You're training your mouth muscles, your rhythm sense, and your confidence, all at once. Why silent shadowing works. 1. It builds muscle memory. Safely. Your mouth needs training, just like your hands need training to play piano. Silent shadowing lets you start that training in a safe, quiet way. No fear, no judgment, just movement and muscle. 2. It reduces fear. When there's no sound, there's no fear of sounding bad. You can focus on copying, not performing. And guess what? Most people have never actually watched how their mouth moves in English. Once you start copying real speakers, you begin to feel what fluent English actually looks and feels like. 3. You can do it anywhere, on a train, in a cafe, at work, in bed. As long as you have a screen or a mirror, you can practice. Even 5 minutes of silent shadowing per day can completely change how your mouth feels when speaking. How to start silent shadowing, step by step. Step 1. Choose a short video. Pick a native English video you like. Something with clear speaking, emotion, emotional, and real-life language. Suggestions: a YouTube vlog, a movie clip, a TED Talk, a podcast with video. Keep it short. 1 to 3 minutes is perfect. Step 2. Play the video once with subtitles. Just watch and listen. Read along to understand. You're just getting familiar with the flow and content. Step 3. Play again. Mute yourself. Now the real work begins. Play the video again, and this time, copy the speaker's mouth movements as closely as possible. You're not speaking. You're just moving your mouth exactly like they do. Try to match their lip shapes, copy their jaw movements, follow their pauses and rhythm, mirror their facial expressions. Imagine you're their reflection in a mirror. Step 4. Repeat. A lot. Repetition is key. Do the same clip 5 to 10 times over a few days. Each time your movements will feel easier, smoother, more automatic. You're building silent fluency. Pro tip: practice in front of a mirror. Watching yourself helps you see where your mouth isn't matching, how you can adjust your shapes, what confidence looks like, even before it sounds like anything, silent but strong. Here's what I want you to take away. You don't have to wait until you're ready to speak. You don't have to be fluent to start practicing fluency. You don't even have to make a sound to start training your voice. Silent shadowing is real practice. It's physical. It's focused. It's confidence building. And best of all, you can start today. The truth is, most people watch videos in English and think they're learning, but watching is passive. Shadowing, even silently, is active fluency training. And once you get comfortable with silent shadowing, it's time to turn on the voice. Because in the next chapter, we'll step into level 2, whisper shadowing, where you'll actually start hearing yourself speak English. For real. And that's where the transformation truly begins. Let's go. Chapter 4. Shadowing Level 2. Echo, shadowing with sound. Now that you've mastered silent shadowing, it's time to add your voice. Welcome to echo shadowing, where you don't just move your mouth silently, you actually speak out loud. What is echo shadowing? Echo shadowing means this. You listen to a short sentence or phrase from a native speaker. Then, you immediately repeat it out loud, trying to copy everything, not just the words, but the rhythm, the emotion, the pauses, the rise and fall of their voice. Think of it as your voice echoing the native speakers, like a call and response. Why echo shadowing works. Echo shadowing brings your speaking muscles fully to life. It's where the silent practice turns into real sound. But more than that, it trains you to feel the music of English, the melody in every sentence, copy the stress and intonation that give meaning and emotion, understand pauses, where to breathe and when to speed up. Express feeling, because language is more than words, it's emotion. This is how you go from robotic or hesitant to natural and fluid. How to start echo shadowing, step by step. Step 1. Choose short, emotional clips. Start with sentences that are short and powerful, not long speeches. Look for clips where speakers show clear emotion or strong rhythm. A dramatic movie line, an expressive podcast snippet, a motivational quote. These are easier to mimic and more fun to practice. Step 2. Listen carefully. Play the sentence once or twice. Just listen. Focus on how the speaker sounds, not just what they say. Step 3. Repeat out loud immediately. Play the sentence again and repeat it out loud right after you hear it. Don't pause too long. Try to echo the speaker's timing as closely as possible. Step 4. Copy every detail. Don't just say the words. Match their intonation, the pitch rising and falling, pauses and rhythm, volume and emotion. Feel the music of the sentence and let your voice dance with it. Top moment, the music of English. Here's the secret most learners miss. English is a language of music, not just words. If you only focus on grammar or vocabulary, your speech will sound flat. But when you learn the music, the rise, fall, rhythm, and emotion, your English comes alive. Echo shadowing trains your ear and your mouth to speak with that natural music. Pro tip: don't worry about mistakes. You're practicing real speaking, and that means you'll mess up sometimes. That's totally normal. The key is to keep going, keep listening, and keep echoing. What's next? Echo shadowing is powerful, but how do you keep improving every day, even if you only have 10 minutes? That's where looping comes in. A technique to repeat tricky parts until they feel natural. In Chapter 5, we'll dive deep into looping and how it turbocharges your shadowing practice. Ready to hear your own voice speaking English naturally? Let's keep going. Chapter 5. The Looping Technique. Repeating one sentence to build muscle memory. Welcome to one of the most powerful tools in your shadowing journey, looping. What is looping? Looping means picking one sentence and repeating it over and over, 20, 30 times in a row, until your mouth feels comfortable saying it without thinking. It might sound boring, but this simple repetition creates muscle memory. The secret behind smooth, automatic speaking. Why looping work? When you loop a sentence, you build confidence by mastering a sentence completely. Develop mouth comfort so your lips, tongue, and jaw move naturally. Train your rhythm and intonation deeply by repeating the same sounds. Reduce fear because you know exactly what to say, making speaking feel easier. Over time, this repetition rewires your brain and mouth to produce English without hesitation. How to loop one. Choose one sentence that feels meaningful or useful. 2. Listen to it carefully. 3. Repeat it out loud 20 to 30 times in a row, matching the native speaker's rhythm, intonation, and emotion. 4. Take short breaks if you need, but keep your focus. 5. Do this every day with the same sentence for 30 days. What happens after 30 days? After a month of daily looping, something amazing happens. That one sentence feels effortless, like second nature. Your mouth and brain remember the sounds automatically. Your confidence skyrockets because you've proven to yourself you can speak English fluently. This small habit becomes the foundation for bigger conversations and more complex sentences. Top moment. A real success story. Let me tell you about Maria, a learner who was shy and stuck for years. She started looping just one sentence daily. I'm learning English every day, and I'm getting better. After 30 days, Maria surprised herself by speaking freely in conversations she used to avoid. Looping that one simple sentence built her courage and opened the door to real fluency. What's next? Looping is powerful, but shadowing works best when you live the language. In Chapter 6, I'll show you how to act out your real life in English using shadowing role plays, so you're ready for any conversation, anytime. Get ready to bring your English to life. Chapter 6. Role play shadowing. Real life simulation. Training. Welcome to a whole new level of shadowing. Role play shadowing. This is where your practice moves from repetition to real life readiness. What is role play shadowing? Role-play shadowing means acting out real conversations like scenes from everyday life, at a restaurant, in a shop, at an airport, or during a job interview. You don't just repeat sentences, you step into the shoes of different people, practicing both sides of the conversation. Why role-play shadowing works? When you shadow role plays, you build automatic responses so you can react naturally in real situations. Develop emotional control to stay calm and confident under pressure. Train your brain and mouth to switch roles quickly, from asking questions to answering them. Get comfortable with the flow and unpredictability of real conversations. This is your training ground for speaking English in the real world. How to start role play. Shadowing 1. Pick a real-life situation you want to practice. Ordering food, booking a hotel, or answering interview questions. 2. Find or create a dialogue with clear, simple sentences. 3. Shadow both roles. First listen and repeat as one speaker, then switch and repeat as the other. 4. Focus on matching tone, emotion, and timing for each side. 5. Practice regularly, increasing difficulty as you improve. Top moment. My own story. The first time I pretended to be a hotel receptionist, I couldn't even finish a sentence. But after a week of shadowing role plays every day, I handled my first real call, all in English, without freezing. That's the power of this method, turning practice into real-life confidence. What's next? Role play shadowing builds your skills, but next, we add pressure. This is the real test of fluency, where you learn to speak English under stress, surprise, and time limits. Get ready, because in Chapter 7, we push your limits to help you truly shine. Keep practicing those scenes. Your English is becoming real, living, and ready for anything. Chapter 7. Pressure Shadowing. Speak under stress, stay fluent. Now it's time to take your shadowing practice into the real world of pressure and unpredictability. What is pressure shadowing? Pressure shadowing is about speaking under stress and staying fluent. You'll practice timed shadowing. picking a random sentence, shadowing it, then speaking for 1 minute straight about that topic, without stopping or worrying about mistakes. Why pressure shadowing matters. This practice builds resilience, learning to keep going even when you feel stuck. Real-time thinking, training your brain to respond quickly. Fearlessness, removing the fear of failure or silence during speaking. It turns freezing up into flowing out your ideas naturally, no matter what. How to do it. 1. Pick any random sentence from your shadowing material. 2. Shadow it closely, copying pronunciation, rhythm, and emotion. 3. Then, set a timer for 1 minute. 4. Speak non-stop about the topic or sentence. Don't pause, hesitate, or worry about mistakes. Just keep going. Your challenge. Try it now. Right here, right now. Pick a sentence you know. Shadow it once or twice. Then speak for 1 full minute about it. Feel your voice get stronger with every word. No pressure, just flow. What's next? You're almost there, but there's one final layer. You've trained your mind and your mouth. Now, let's train your muscles. In Chapter 8, we'll explore physical exercises that make speaking English feel even more natural and effortless. Chapter 8, Physical Mouth Training, the Hidden Secret of Fast Fluency. Why physical training matters. Fluency isn't just in your brain or voice, it's in your mouth muscles, your jaw, tongue, and lips. If those muscles are tight or weak, your speech feels slow, awkward, or tired. Actors and singers know this secret well. They train their mouths every day to speak clearly and effortlessly. What you can do. Just 5 minutes a day of simple exercises can stretch and relax your speaking muscles, improve your pronunciation clarity, build stamina so you can speak longer without strain. Try this mini warm-up routine. Now, 1. Jaw loosening. Open your mouth wide, then gently move your jaw side to side for 30 seconds. 2. Tongue twists. Stick your tongue out and trace circles around your lips 10 times each way. 3. Lip trills. Blow air through your lips to make a buzzing brrr sound for 30 seconds. 4. Exaggerated mouth movements. Slowly say vowels, A, E, I, O, U, with big mouth shapes, exaggerating each sound. Do this every day before your shadowing practice, and notice how your mouth feels freer and your speech flows smoother. The big picture. Shadowing isn't just a technique, it's a transformation, a total rewiring of how you speak English. From your brain to your mouth muscles, you're training every part to work together naturally. Your journey starts now. Take these steps seriously. Practice daily. Watch your confidence and fluency soar. This is just the beginning. Your English voice is ready to be heard. Let's keep going. If this video helped you, don't just say thank you in the comments. Say I'm training my mouth. That's how I'll know you're serious. Click like if you're ready to shadow today. Subscribe if you want more real, practical English fluency techniques, not theory, but action. And leave a comment telling me which chapter was your favorite and what sentence will you shadow today. Your mouth was born to speak. Now it's your time to train it.